This is Comeau Drive. We're about to walk up the drive to the Comeau property. This beautiful emerald in the middle of our town, and we're going to talk about it a little bit. And we're looking at the mountains in the background off this field here. Absolutely stunning, and this is why we want to save this jewel here and keep it in perpetuity. This is Mount Guardian to your left, and to the right, Overlook Mountain. These are the soccer fields on the Comeau property, beautiful fields. That's the stage where the theater is back there. And the large lawn and the Comeau building, the Comeau house, where the many of the town employees work, the town clerk, the assessor's office, bookkeeping, zoning officer. And next to that is the supervisor's cottage, if you can get a shot of that down the street. Supervisor's cottage straight down there. Supervisor and the supervisor's secretary work there. And Dara Trahan, the planning board consultant, who also works at the other end of the supervisor's cottage.
There's a primary.
Yes.
Tell us about that briefly. What's up? What's cooking?
Well, there'll be a number of people running for different seats. Liz is running for supervisor. It's one of the most exciting moments we've had in Woodstock in many, many years. We're trying to break down that old boys club type of politics.
Kind of like in the back room?
Backroom politics, any word you want to use for it. Tammany Hall, Chicago politics, it's all the same. Sitting here on the Comeau property, right above the Historical Society, in their little orchard here. Very beautiful.
Under an apple tree.
Under an apple tree.
Now you've worked pretty hard the last 4 years on the Comeau easement issue. Where are we at, and where have we come from, and where are we going with the whole thing?
We've moved along quite well, actually. It's taken a good part of my 4 years on the town board. Initially there was a lot of resistance, and then the board composition changed, and we had new board members on, and I was able to move it along slightly better. And we're up to the point now where we've become lead agency on the Comeau easement. We've neg-decked it, which is a secret process that's required by law. And now we're about to enter into discussions with the Land Conservancy. And then after that, we'll have a public hearing. We'll have input. This will all be public for the most part.
You've been primarily spearheading this whole thing, right?
Primarily, yeah. And my goal, when I was first elected, I went in on a platform of preserving and protecting our environment, because the draft comprehensive plan, most of the responses in the plan to the surveys were to preserve and protect our environment as much as possible, to keep Woodstock Woodstock, to allow for growth but make sure it's gradual, but to preserve that, the lovely resources that we do have. And this Comeau property, this 76 plus acres, is the emerald in our little hamlet here in the center of town.
The voters voted overwhelmingly to protect this and preserve it.
Yeah.
Do you believe that, or do you think it's going to really protect the property from some crazy town board in the future?
I don't believe that anybody at whim, any town board, will change the essence of the easement. If they look back in the records at the referendum that was had, this easement was vetted through all the courts of New York State, all the way up to the Supreme Court, the Court of Appeals and the Supreme Court. It went everywhere, and it was vetted by every possible group in Woodstock. This is what the people want, and I'm sure future town boards would respect that.